up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Jasmine Brand is here. Mm-hmm. And the guy is in the building. Wiz Khalifa's here.
What's up?
What's up, Wiz? I was telling you the one time that I smoked and couldn't feel my legs, it was your fault.
Yeah. Now you scared of weed.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Okay.
I still do it again. It wasn't a bad experience.
You're more of a kind of edible.
I do enjoy edibles.
Edibles are cool.
And you know what? A lot of people who smoke a lot aren't that big on edibles. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're a little stronger.
Yeah.
But I like weed. I like giving people weed like for the first time.
Yeah, well, it works for me.
Yeah, I'm a good person.
And you couldn't feel your. Was it like a? Do you remember if it was like a sativa?
Actually, it was 2 times that Wiz did this to me. There was one time that actually went viral because it was at Powerhouse.
Yep.
And I smoked. I didn't know what was going on after that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I did an interview and yep.
I don't know what happened. I took I probably only took 2 pulls. That's how strong it is.
Oh my goodness.
But that's a good thing, right? You don't want to have to do too much.
Too much. No, it's just a little bit. Keep it moving.
Okay.
Yeah, you can always tap back in, if you want some more.
How do you feel seeing so many people come out with strains, but really you're a person that somebody should trust because you do this. But then you see people who don't even really smoke and, and then they're like, oh, I got a cannabis strain.
Yeah, a lot of people got into it just for the money because they see the business behind it. But you really got to get out in front of that business. You have to do Zoom calls and meet with the dispensaries and go do meet and greets and really, really put in the legwork for your brand to work. And that's the difference between, the success of our brand and the other ones. Is I didn't just put my name on it. I'm out here working.
You were doing that shit when it was illegal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be doing it. And Burner too. He put me up on game, but that's really who showed me how to really put it down in the weed game. So that's why we're at where we're at with it.
Is the weed game for you? Is it been more lucrative than music?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I make a lot of money off shows, my music, so
and merch too.
Yeah, and merch and things like that. So it's not just actual streams or anything like that. We do pretty good on music, but the weed, it's been something that the branding and just expanding all over the world, not even just here in America. We're in Germany, we're in Thailand, so it's setting stuff up for the next 10, 20 years that we might not even be able to touch right now.
And you have the rolling papers, too. Rolling papers are important.
Yeah.
So talk about that, because it felt like it took you a while to get it the way you wanted it to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to do a good product. I wanted to do something that I don't have to go back and redo over and over again. And like I said, I'm really into, well, you guys know that. But
we all, everyone knows that.
If I'm going to put it out there, I got to really love it. So, it took a second, but we're there.
Papers seem so hard to roll.
Nah, they're easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
Trust me,
right.
he got it right.
Yeah, I got
They're
you.
so thin and I feel like it's almost like Bible papers. It's just so fragile.
You just got to put more weed in there.
Okay. All right.
You got it, girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Exactly.
you have shrooms coming out too, right,
Yeah.
Alana? Talk to me
Yeah.
about the psychedelics, and so what's the plan with that?
Just as the laws change, right now they're not full on psychedelic shrooms. They're the ones that you can grow on your own. They're legal, so they don't have the kick in there. But as the laws change, then you'll be able to grow the psychedelics as well through the same brand.
It's so confusing with the laws. They roll this back, then they do this. I'm I don't know. So our producer got married, and Mano bought shrooms to the wedding. And when I tell you, he was wilding out after that, but we had a good time.
Yeah,
Did you try?
I did have a little bit. I'm a microdoser.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm always cautious. I never want to do too much.
Yeah, just a little bit. I feel like if you do a little bit, you can always go back and do more.
Right.
So you don't
Right.
wanna,
Exactly. And take your time, because sometimes it don't kick in right away. And so you take it and you're like, I don't feel nothing. And then
I've tried it a few times with you. I never feel anything, and I'm okay with that.
okay.
But it means I haven't done enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Okay.
And I feel like people were so judgmental about it previously, and now it's everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm doing
Yeah,
this.
it's the thing to do. You go to parties and people are just eating little gummies or little chocolates, and that's how people wind down now. A lot of people aren't drinking as much alcohol, and they kind of just want to do something that's chill but still social. And shrooms and edibles and things like that, they're becoming safer for that.
You said you only drink once a month now.
I try to.
Okay. He's like, well, I was at Coachella for a couple of days.
Yeah, once a month could be a whole week that month.
Oh, that's fair.
How was Coachella? Talk to us about that, because it looked like you was having a time. You was
Yeah.
on everybody's feed.
I had a good time. I was out there to enjoy myself. and work. Juicy and 3 6 Mafia brought me out, and then Ty brought me out on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably wouldn't have been up there if it wasn't for them. I don't just go party or anything
You don't.
like that.
Yeah.
But I was there, so I had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you hadn't been there in years.
6 years.
6 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 6 years.
I've never been to Coachella.
For real?
Yeah.
It's hot. It's dusty.
It's dirty.
The
Sorry, I don't
security
mean-
guards,
yeah.
they're overdoing
Extra.
it sometimes. No, not all of them, because a lot of them looked out and helped
Right.
out.
Not the ones helping me, but the rest of me.
The rest of
They
them.
be doing a lot. They be doing a lot. So it's too much for me. I get like overstimulated now. So if I'm not at work, I really don't like dealing with all of that stuff. But it was a good time.
And that's a fun time to be there. You had your lady with you.
Yeah.
That's fun to be able to have somebody that could rock with you like that.
Yeah, hell
That's
yeah.
not going to be like, where is he at? I'm ready to go.
Nah.
Like she look like she having more fun than you sometimes.
We gotta like I'm a lively person, especially when I'm enjoying myself. So if I'm there to hear some music, I'm not just gonna be standing there acting bougie. Like I'm gonna be like enjoying
yourself.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people got to understand how long you've been in this game. I think yesterday was the 15-year anniversary, for Kush and OJ. And when I tell you that is something that to this day, I saw people, I think Double XL might have posted it, and I saw everybody was talking about what their favorite songs were on there and how that still slaps like even today.
Yeah. I'm really appreciative of that because a lot of people have really good memories of that, and that's why I'm happy to be able to, still do what I do, is because it just makes people feel good.
What's the pressure of doing a part 2 then?
I don't have no pressure.
Oh, nice.
I have
easy.
none. I know what pocket I'm in. I know what
I'm good.
I know what people expect from me, and I'm not scared to deliver that. And that's what I really want to deliver. And like I said, I want to make those moments, stand out again in people's lives.
You've been doing some amazing freestyles too.
Thank
And people
you.
are like, he's bringing back like the essence of that mixtape era. You know what else I read? That mixtape was the first mixtape to ever trend on Twitter.
Yeah, it was.
That's wild. You know
Yeah.
how crazy that is to be able to have that, like,
Yeah, be like one of the first trending rappers.
because we don't even think about,
Yeah.
You know how that is.
No, I mean, for me, I was utilizing social media. I still do. But it was new for an artist to utilize social media to like boost their career.
Right.
And a lot of the artists who were already on at that time, they didn't see the relevance in that. So they were kind of like shying away from it. But when I came into the game, it became like, yo, you need this, you need that. You got to have this account, you got to have that.
Right.
And it kind of just molded that and shaped it and showed what you can do based off of that. So I'm really happy to have been a pioneer and busting that door down.
Well, we got a little preview of the new project.
Yeah.
So it is a mixtape.
No, it's an album.
But it's an
It's an
album.
album?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it's an album.
All right. Let's be clear. We are putting this on.
Nah,
This is
it's a
an
real
album.
It's a real album.
I want to say what's happening. That
Yeah.
Mano wants to walk out to that at his wedding.
That's
he said.
hard, man.
He
He said that today,
It's
yeah.
a vibe.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's smooth, right?
it is. I
yeah.
like it because it just feels, the music feels good. We were in here without no weed, like we were smoking.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
we were. Yeah,
Yeah, good.
It makes me also kind of want to smoke. Also want to clean my house.
But
Yep.
it's soulful
Also-
too. It's
It
very
is, yeah.
soulful.
It makes me want to like.
It's all of those things.
You know?
Yeah.
Just ride around, top down, windows open. It makes you want to get dressed. It makes you want to do all of that stuff.
Maybe lay on the rooftop,
Yeah.
just chill
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah. Boss your whole life up.
Yep.
But it goes so well with you because I feel like there's so many people who can be like gimmicky or trying to create a
Yeah.
sound, but you just really enjoy.
Yeah, and I'm talking about all the things that are real. I'm not really reaching, and I respect everybody who's, producing and making music now, but I wasn't trying to like fit in with with
Right.
anything that's going on. And I digest all the music that's going on now, but that wasn't my goal to try to make anything that sounds like what's going on now. I wanted it to sound like what I do. And I kept it authentic and I kept it original.
It feels good.
Thank you.
And I want to ask you, did you decide to do this as a part 2 in celebration of the 15-year anniversary, or was it just happened that way?
It just happened that way. I started working on it around this time last year, and it took me about the same amount of time to create the first one as well. So by the time I was done, it just landed at this time.
And you named it after the entire project was done. You decided
Nah,
it was gonna be
I knew it was gonna be that walking into it.
Okay.
Because I knew just me wanting to release a full project, there would be nothing more exciting than doing Kush and OJ too. Like I could try to come up with a whole new concept and people wouldn't gravitate towards it as much as they would Kush and orange juice too. So I'm like, I might as well do what people, what they want.
Think about the different mindset you're in now than you were back then too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a whole different Wiz today.
Totally.
But some things are still the same.
Yeah.
Like what?
The majority, what? Different or same?
Same.
You're still chill.
Yeah, I'm still chill. What else?
Let's see.
He asking
But
you.
you do have an 8-pack now, so that's
Yeah. I'm big Wiz now. Yep.
That working out, what does that do for you? Because it feels like something for you that is like, I remember when you were on the road and you had to have your equipment with you to be able to work out. And then this whole even just working with this, the fighting league that you're working, it's like an MMA.
PFL,
Yeah, PFL, that's perfect for you. But what does that do for you? Just like the balance of being able to do what you want to do, but then also being able to work out all the time and maintain your physique.
It's something that challenges me, and that's something that I need. Like doing music, I love it, but it's not always challenging. Okay. And working out and doing yoga and stuff like that, I learned stuff about myself that I apply to my life every day, and it really just helps me mentally and helps me deal with people, and it gives me something to offer as well. So that's why I stick with it.
You meditate as well?
Yeah. It's all meditation when you look at it, but we do
yoga too.
Yoga. We do like guided meditation and breath work and sound bowls and all of that stuff.
How do you calm your mind? That's the biggest complaint everyone is like, I can't meditate because I can't
clear my mind.
You gotta breathe. You gotta focus on your breath. You gotta take one breath at a time. You gotta set a goal of like maybe 5 deep breaths, and by the time you get to 3, you'll be in control.
Look at all these lessons.
For sure.
No, I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I really do this.
But when you were saying that it helps you like learn how to deal with other things, like give me some examples of how this working out, this meditation helps you in real life when it comes to dealing with people and this business, because this business is a tough one. It breaks people down.
Yeah, you can get wound up really tight, and you could also start to focus on a lot of things that you can't control. And I think through these practices, it helps me like just focus on what I can control, like right there in the moment. And it helps me be happy without like, trying to feel validated through other things. Like I get validation through the feeling that I get from my yoga. So I'm not really trying to impress nobody. I'm not trying to do, if I come up with an idea, it's because I love it. It's not for a reaction or anything like that. And I'm able to create from a way better space like that than thinking, what's going to, be the next big thing or whatever. Because we're all looking for that. We want that, whether it's in our career or personally or whatever. But a lot of the times it's coming. It's on the way. So it just helps me like fall back and accept all of these things.
You seem super grounded, clearly. But do you ever feel insecure about anything? Is there anything that you are ever? Because I feel like you're like always at a
People like behind the mask.
Nah.
What is it?
I'm always confident. I'm always like looking on the bright side. Like I could see the beauty in everything. Like even if something does happen, I see a purpose or a reason for it, and I see a way out of it, a way for me to, either enjoy it or learn from it. And that comes from experience, but that also is a choice. And like I know that, life's not going to be easy, or it's not going to be everything. Every day's not a party, but you have to enjoy each moment the same way. So you take the good with the bad, and that's where your real character comes from.
People need to listen to this, because another thing about you, you're a great co-parent.
Yeah.
And you've been that.
Yeah.
And that's not easy for a lot of people.
Yeah.
What tips would you give people out there if they're like going through it and they can't get along and, back and forth, but there is a child involved and you got to make sure that you're good for that?
Yeah.
What would you tell people out there who are listening that are like, oh, I can't stand my baby mom, or I can't stand my baby daddy?
Yeah.
Fuck my baby daddy.
Fuck my baby daddy.
I mean, everybody's situation is different, so it's not easy at all. But like the way that it starts isn't how it's got to finish. So if you start out like fucked up and arguing and shit like that, then at least like try to, don't keep that shit going forever.
Right.
Try to work
Get it
through.
out.
Yeah, get it out, work through that, understand your place in that and like how much control you have, and work on the things that you can be better. And hopefully you have a partner who grows and matures. And a lot of it has to just do with time and growth. So hopefully you can grow and mature and get to that point. Yeah, that's my advice.
Yeah.
And for Young Bash, it looks like maybe he might want to be a rapper.
I don't know, man. That dude's crazy. Where you see him rapping at?
I don't know. I just feel like when I see him with you, and it just looks like maybe he's, you know,
he seems like a rock star kind of.
Yeah, he's got a big personality. Yeah, he's definitely an individual.
I wonder where he gets it from.
Yeah, nah, for real.
It's probably amusing things that he does when he's with you all the time that you're like, this is my kid right here.
Yeah, it's crazy. Every time you put a camera on him, he's like 2 middle fingers up. I'm like, where you learn that shit from? So shit like that I never even passed down to him. That's what be throwing me off.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Now, I saw recently, this was in the news, that you sold your place in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so are you going to get another place? That's got to feel, because that was like a house that you had for a long time. And so what was behind you saying, are you just never there?
I just had a daughter. I don't know if y'all know that.
Oh.
She's 8 months, but I haven't like shown her to the world or shown the world her yet. Ooh. But yeah, because I just, you know, I want to keep some stuff to myself. I'm older now.
And
I feel like
being private.
No, for real. I feel like as soon as Bash was born, like everybody seen Bash.
And did.
Yeah.
So so it's like, you know, I'm like, that's another thing that I wanted to show that we can control as well. It's like you don't have to give everybody everything. So just knowing how twisted the world is, it's like you guys will get her when I'm ready to give y'all her. But my mother wanted to move out to LA like as soon as I had my daughter. She was like,
to help.
She just wanted to help. Yeah, she was like, I'm done being so far away. Like I want to see my grandbaby like her whole entire life. Yeah.
How is having a girl different than having? Because people always say when men have daughters, it changes something in you.
I don't think it changed a lot like that.
No?
I think as she grows.
Because she's 8 months.
Yeah. I think she starts to get more personality and stuff. Like she already has one, but I think just having a newborn in general will make me soft. And she's my baby girl, so it's like I got the double up.
How's Bash with her?
He's really good. He's like, you know, big brother, super protective, but he loves the responsibility. He's never been like the jealous type of kid where he thinks like you love one more than the other.
He's so loved.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, he's good to go.
He's good to go.
Oh, that's so nice. Do you see yourself having a big wedding again?
I didn't before, but the older that I get, I be like, it would be cool. Yeah, I like weddings.
You like a party?
Yeah.
I like weddings. I like a party.
And yeah, it would be cool. I don't mind like, you know, sharing my last name again.
Okay. It feels like it's something you've been discussing and thinking about.
Hell no. Nah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
It's the first time I said that.
She's going to love this moment.
That's a nice mirror.
He's like, let's move on from that. But, you know, and even if you think about, like, I can't imagine you being with somebody, and you talk about this on the new album, you know, you couldn't be with nobody that trips off of other girls, and you definitely can't be with nobody that don't smoke also.
Right.
So those are two things that are must-haves for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a confidence type of thing when it comes to other women, because I just understand like what I do and what that brings, but I also understand that if my partner is a powerful person too, even if they look a certain way and they dress a certain way, I have to be comfortable with that as well. So it's really just reciprocating the same type of energy. Like I'm not gonna run or ruin your life or your fun or anything like that. You could dress, you could be sexy, you can go out, but when I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm on stage and my shirt is off, or if there's 10 girls screaming my name, you got to know what to do with that.
Right.
Like, and it's not to say like, you know, there's just some people who they know they can't deal with that. They're like, I love you to death, but I'm not going to sit there while she's smiling in your face like that.
Right. You ain't going to do no usher. So is it okay for you to do the cherry with the girls?
Oh, I'm doing all that.
That's right.
Yeah. But if she wanted a cherry in her mouth from another nigga, I got to be cool with that too.
Right. If she's at the
now,
usher
that's
show.
the difference. See, that's the difference. A lot of men can't
I'm
take
confident
that
though,
apart.
because I'm really one of them. So it's like, go ahead, get your cherry. But my one,
go ahead and get your cherry.
She ain't going to want that.
Can you imagine?
You got to know
Jasmine,
who you with.
You think you could be
you
with
can't be with a girl and not know she wanted that cherry the whole time. Y'all got to have that understanding. You can't be finding out that night.
Yeah.
That's what breaks up relationships.
That is. It's a surprise. Like,
I've never seen you do no crazy like that.
You never did that with me.
I know you could tie the stem with your tongue. Okay.
You feel me?
Where'd that come from?
Jasmine, how would you feel dating somebody and they had girls screaming? You could handle that, you think?
I don't No, I just don't need to be around it all the time.
Like a club owner or something, or a promoter.
But type of guy I am, I would rather have you around than
Right.
than me be by myself.
Yeah.
Because
As long as not this gets tricky when the girls get disrespectful.
they're gonna be disrespectful.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
gonna happen.
We need to go ahead and get that out the way.
I don't know about that.
But they're gonna do it like on a like they're gonna be like, oh my God, you're so pretty.
Yeah.
That's the shit that would irritate me.
Yeah.
And then they it's like, then you cool with her. Then you gonna grab my nigga's dick. Like, now we got a problem. Like,
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. Just like that.
Can she check
In that
a girl?
order.
Yeah. Can she check a girl if a girl grabs your dick? Can she do that then, or she got to chill out still?
Yeah, she could check a girl. I'll probably check her too. I'd be like, slow down, sweetheart. We ain't doing all that. Hands off the merchandise.
Okay. Or what if like a girl's like, oh, can you just blow some in my face so I could? That's okay too. What do they call that?
I feel like that's
A shotgun.
fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
There's like a respect level to
Yeah.
it. If anything, if we're together, I'll let her do it.
Okay.
I'll be like, ask her.
So mature.
Yeah, yep.
And you okay with your girl like with other girls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. She's not really like that, but like
But you will be
girls
okay.
like to entertain, and y'all like to do what y'all do. So it's like, have a good time.
Now you're about to go on tour also.
Yeah, yep.
Tell the gang. So who's going to be on the tour?
Me, Chevy, and Fed, and then we got a bunch of special guests coming.
Nice.
Oh, it
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
secretive.
Yeah.
Well, I would
Yes.
assume people from the album.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure, Currency.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Who else?
He like, what's a nice mirror?
You gotta ride along for the
Maybe
whole
some
tour.
J. Cole.
Yeah, it could be.
That is? Oh, it could be.
Yeah, we'll see.
What else is on your list of things to do? Because it feels like you just, living your dream.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you're involved with PFL, with the fighting league, with, having your KK.
Mm-hmm.
Also, obviously the music, obviously the merch, the rolling papers, everything that you have. What else is on the list of things that Wiz Khalifa is like, I still want to accomplish?
Accomplishing.
Mm-hmm.
I just, honestly, I take it like day by day. Like right now I'm focused on the music and really entertaining my fans. But, there could be a time where I just need a little bit of time to myself. I might want to go to Thailand for a few months. I might want to act. I might want to learn an instrument.
Acting.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done that already, but.
Yeah. So I'm just taking it like one thing at a time. It's my album, Kush and OJ, is the most important thing to me.
He's like, back to the album.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It really
and the
just
tour.
is the most. Yeah, it's the most important thing. Like for real, it's really like what my heart is set on right now. It's what all my intention is going towards. And
there's gonna be some fun cookout stuff for me at the house.
And it's gonna last for longer than just 420.
Right.
People's gonna associate it with the day that they got stoned as fuck. But it's gonna last throughout the summer. It's when you come to the tour, when you have a day off, when you go on vacation, and then next year when the festivals start back up again. It's just really gonna become a theme and a soundtrack to a lot of people's lives. So I'm putting all my energy into that.
And you've also been rolling it out like a real single came out, at the end of last year, then another single. I feel like people aren't doing that as much as they used to, like a whole plan and a promo and a rollout.
Right. That was the goal. I wanted to extend the experience because if I would have just went trackless single album, then it would have been forgotten already. But we're still talking about it and people are still excited for it. And it's going to set up for the next couple things that we have coming, or if we want to do anything. So it's really important to make sure it hits how it's supposed to. And
you also have a Max B interlude on there.
Do.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah.
Max B was one of my most iconic early on lip service episodes when I was at Sirius. He was wild, but he's a good time. But talk to us about that interlude and how that even
just being
transpired.
a big fan of Max. He's super,
wavy.
Yeah, he is wavy. He's important. He's important to my era of mixtapes before I was making mixtapes that people listen to. He's who I would listen to. Just go get all his mixtapes, or I just followed his trajectory of what he was doing, and it just made sense and it resonated with me. And then just coming up in my career, I always showed him love. I always let people know how much he was an inspiration to me and my whole fan base too. So that's what it's really about, is just entertaining our fans and his fans at the same time, and just giving people that feeling they need.
As somebody who's also been really big independently, but also big as a signed artist, can you talk to me about the pros and cons of each? Because I always hear people downing both sides of it. Like somebody who's independent will be like, you know, oh, why is that person signed? But somebody who's signed would be like, oh, independent is not the way to go. Can you talk to us about the pros and cons of both?
Yeah, so independent, you have to work a lot harder. You don't have as much like, you know, just people working for you, whereas their job.
You got to hire people.
Yeah, you got to hire people. You got to spend your own money. You're in competition with people who are spending, you know, millions of dollars, and you're just dependent on your fans. So, you know, it's a lot when that's what you're up against, and you're trying to get to that level.
Seems way more stressful.
It's I don't think it's more stressful because when you're signed, you have a lot of stresses as well.
Why ain't they doing what they're supposed to do?
Yeah.
And then you got to go over the dates with them and approvals.
I was about to say.
So you have more creativity when you're independent.
Yeah, you have more freedom when you're independent. You can drop whenever you want to. But having a label structure, there is a lot of good to go with that. You know what I mean? Especially when you're the type of artist who can make those types of songs on that level. When you have a label behind you, it helps a lot. But there's more freedom, of course, being independent, but you're just going to have to work way harder.
What works better for you think?
I think for me, it works being able to go in between both. Like if I could,
because you can structure a deal how you want it.
Yeah, you can structure it for how you want, however long you want. If it's one album or, you know, however many albums, you don't have to just sign because, especially with me, because I have leverage. I've done this before, so I could just chill for a minute. I could drop 4 independent projects and be like, okay, I want to do this 5th one on a major.
Right.
And it'll work. It'll be perfectly fine. So I think that's the best thing for me is just gauging what is more for my fans and what I want to do on this level where it's a rollout and it's a plan.
Do you like being a label boss too?
I do.
Okay. 'Cause some people feel like that's stressful. There's a lot of artists that are like, now they're coming to you, and you can sometimes be the bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think the good thing about the industry or just the game in general is like artists are self-sufficient, so we don't really have to do too much for them to succeed. And if I can, you know, see you as somebody with talent or potential, it's not because of what I can do for you anyway.
Okay.
So you're already bringing something to the table, so we good.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
All right. Well, listen, Wiz, I appreciate you so much. You know, you always, like, no matter where I'm working at, you're going to come through.
And I'm going to give you some weed, too.
And I didn't want to ask that. But
yeah, I got you.
The first
you
thing
want some weed, too?
Of course.
The first thing I thought when you was on the schedule is, like, I hope he brings some weed.
I got you.
Is that a shame that people expect that from you?
I mean, that's part of who he is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you can hear the album for real now. They'll be like, oh, man, this is the best album I ever heard.
Is this your paper? Is this your paper, too?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's got my name on
you
the
see
little
how
cone.
you could look at this and see the quality in it.
I know. You don't, but you didn't roll this yourself. This is your company did this.
No, I did it
He had somebody
personally.
hired for that.
I personally rolled all of those.
You did?
Yeah.
No.
I use the rolling tray
And I
at
signed
home.
it at the bottom. Look.
That is and the rolling tray that I use is from you too.
Good.
That's the one that I have at home for the times that I
It's
do.
pretty much the only one you need.
I know that's right.
All right, see, that's what we're talking about, quality. But again, the new album, because it's not a mixtape, just to be clear, is out on Friday?
On Friday,
On
4/20 or 4/18. But you can pre-save it now. Make sure you guys pre-save it so it just goes straight to your phone.
Pre-roll it now.
Pre-roll it, yeah.
Until 4:20, and then you should wait till 4:20.
No, I'm going to use this tonight because I want to go home and not feel my legs again.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. Is this going to be that kind of situation? Do I need to like this?
Just take 2 puffs and then put it out.
Because you have an interview, Jasmine.
I got an
You're
interview
doing it
after
later.
my interview.
Oh, I think you should do it before.
No.
I think that would be phenomenal.
That would be
You can be stuck.
Okay, no, terrible. All right.
Let's wait till the end of the day. You want her to be stuck.
I do. I want her to be stuck. I think that's amazing because you did it to me. Okay, I had to do all these interviews, and I was like, but I felt good.
Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah, it felt good.
That's all that matters.
I'm gonna have some good sleep probably. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you again. Always
you guys,
amazing
too.
to see you. We appreciate you.
I appreciate
Congratulations.
you as well. Thank you.
Way up.